shit. Here we
Welcome.
go again.
What's funny is that Jared literally texted me saying, "Hey, bro, don't forget about the intro." And I was like, "I bet." But this is what happens when you do a show in the morning and you don't get in from work till about two a.m.
Hell yeah.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to After the Huddle. As always, it's your boy Jacob, Jared to my left this time. Uh, and we are here on a special Sunday morning to do the show because I've been working my ass off. Stop complaining.
That's Tyler. That's Tyler.
What's up, man? I thought the name looked familiar. I was like, God, don't I know that name from somewhere?
That's his
I forgot.
PlayStation name.
That's his that's what he uses to stream.
Courtesy of me.
What's up, man? Not much about to pick these games, man. About to get up in it. Uh, excited for hopefully a game of football, good Sunday of football. Um, we're gonna go over the games. Go over. I want to go over Thursday night game a little bit, and then we'll start picking these games today.
Do you want to jump into the Dallas game or?
Oh yeah, we're gonna jump right into the Dallas game. There it is. So this Cowboys outlast the Seahawks 41-35. That was a high scoring game, and my dad took the under. Isn't that funny? Dak went 29 of 41, 299, 3 touchdowns. A couple questions here, Jared, that I wanted to ask you and kind of get your opinion on. Is Dak now the front runner for MVP after watching that game, after seeing what he's been doing? Because as much as we hate on the Cowboys, as much as we're still realistic football fans here, and we're still realistic when it comes to the game. And I gotta admit, Dak's been playing really well. Ever since he's got his turnovers down, he's been looking sharp. He's getting the ball out of his hands quickly, and when he can't get the ball, he's extending plays to the point where they're able to make plays happen. Him and CeeDee Lamb have been on point together. Brandon Cooks has come along.
Unfortunately, we figured that out.
Yeah. Brandon Cooks has come along pretty well.
Unfortunately, almost found that out too.
But is Dak now the front runner for MVP? And what does this win say about the Dallas Cowboys?
Well, I mean, while I was watching the game, I heard Dallas hasn't beat. What happened? You cut your screen out?
Yeah, just keep going. You good?
Okay. Yeah, from what I heard, Dallas hasn't beat a team with a winning record until Thursday night, I believe. So I mean, once you think about it, New England has a boo-boo ass record. Washington has a boo-boo ass record. They didn't beat Philly. They lost to San Francisco. So I mean, Dak could be in the front running, but I think Hurts is more of in the front running than him. Honestly, to be real with you.
I feel that. I think the biggest thing is like people were saying that people were talking about he was the front runner for MVP, and then I brought up the fact that what happens if they don't even win their division though?
Exactly.
Like is he still a front runner for MVP then? Because don't get me wrong, he's playing really well, but he's not having some magical season where he's throwing for like 6,000 yards and 50 touchdowns. You know what I'm saying? And I guarantee you, if he was, they wouldn't just be 8-3. They'd have probably a 10-1 record like the Eagles would. But I'm kind of with you on this when it comes to the front runner of MVP, only because the simple fact is that I don't see Dallas winning their division.
Right.
Now, if they pull one against the Eagles, and then the Eagles somehow lose today, then it may get interesting, because then the Eagles will lose 2 straight back to back. And that's a little cause for concern if you're a Philly fan.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to say that he's the front runner just yet, because if he don't win their MVP, if he doesn't win their division, he's not winning MVP. The last player to win MVP that wasn't on a team that won their division was Adrian Peterson in 2012.
Was that his injury year? Like the year
yeah,
he
that
came
was the
back?
year. I was about to say that was the year he came back from injury, went absolutely crazy.
Off of ACL tear, I think
Off
too.
off the ACL tear, exactly. So that was the last person to win MVP that didn't win their division. It wasn't even a quarterback. So, and on top of that, that was the last non-quarterback to win MVP. A little fun
Yeah.
stat for everybody. Uh, but I can't say he's front runner. Is he in the top three? I'd agree. If you want to be like Jalen Hurts, Lamar, Dak, I'd say yeah. Or even if you want to go as far as Jalen, Dak, Lamar, you know,
Right.
okay,
Right.
okay, I could see that. I could see that. But to say that he's the number one guy right now, I don't know. But Jared, the other part of this question is, what does this win say about Dallas? Will we get on them for not winning games against winning record teams?
And winning
Um,
games against losing record
yeah, and
teams.
then blowing out, and obviously, I mean, they didn't blow out Seattle. They played really well offensively, but I mean, anybody that watched that game, especially in the first half, DeRon Bland was getting cooked.
Oh yeah,
Like,
DK dropped 3 on him.
yeah, bro, like he was getting absolutely cooked.
I'm so mad that I didn't realize that because like I told you, I had him on the bench, which killed me. I mean, I'm still up by 15 because of my fucking kicker, because that Dallas is kicker. So he got me 15 points in our league.
Hold on, I
Uh,
gotta do one more thing. Hold on. Go
are you
keep
good?
going.
You good? But we caught a break this week in Dynasty. We not only were we going to face CeeDee Lamb, we were going to face DK on top of Brandon Cooks. Bro, we would have been down by like 70 points already right now if you played all 3 of them. There's no chance we would have won this game if we would win this game if you play all 3 of them. Absolutely not. But I mean, Dad got me
Dang it.
40 something, I believe, in my keeper league or in one of my leagues.
Yeah.
Because I got him, and then I got Dallas's kicker too. So I mean, Dallas's kicker has been consistent for me.
Yeah. I can't sit here and say that I won't say that I wasn't impressed. You know what I mean?
Right, right.
Uh, but I won't say that, you know, that this changes my whole aspect on Dallas. You know what I mean? Seattle's a pretty good team. I mean, they're not an elite team, but they are a pretty good team. So you
Mm-hmm.
got to give them credit where credit's due. All right. But uh, at the same time, they just they're not showing me anything that I didn't know about them already. Okay, we knew that they had a high-powered offense. All the talk so far this year has been, oh wow, look how the defense is played. Look how good this defense is. But then you get 35 dropped on your head.
Yeah,
Geno Smith was absolutely crazy.
30 something points.
Yeah, I had him in 2 fantasy leagues.
You had him on the bench, didn't you?
No, I had him in starting.
Oh, word.
Yeah, I got like 60 something points already in that league that I'm in with you.
There was one of the dudes I play with in the keeper league. He had, I think it was the keeper league, either the keeper league or the takeover league. He had DK and Geno on the bench.
Ooh.
He said 60 something points on the bench. I'm like,
Now I did leave DK off in one of my leagues, but I got a real deep team in that league, so I'm not really tripping on that much. Uh
Is that the one with Devin?
nah, that's the NFL one that I'm in with like some PlayStation friends, and it's like the
Did
scoring's all weird. So basically,
Did
like
you
on
send
that
it to
one,
Devin?
yeah.
Okay.
So basically in that one, in that league, like DK's got like 70 points. I missed out on because they do points for but Jared, that's the thing though. They do points for like big plays, 100-yard games, multiple touchdown games, you know what I'm
Same,
saying?
same.
Like
One of ours.
a couple weeks ago I saw a defense get over 100 points.
Yeah, you told me that.
Yeah, so like the scoring's weird. So I'm not really worried about that too much. Um
Yeah, one of the leagues I do, we do I think we do minus points for like sacks and shit too. And then like if like I think we do 40-yard completion passes also for a certain amount of points. I don't. It's something like that. But I know like if when Trevor Lawrence got sacked like fucking 5 times, he finished with
Yeah.
-2 points, bro. -2.
Yeah, that's one of the worst quarterback performances in fantasy I've ever seen.
Oh my god.
Now, Jared, I want you to think about this with the Cowboys real quick. We'll get into this last point, and then we'll start, looking at these games. I just want to get into Dallas is 5-0 at home. The record, what are they? Or 6-0 at home, I think, something like that. I have to see exactly what their what's their actual record right now? Are they 9-3, right?
I don't know. I'll go look. I know
Yeah,
they beat New England in Dallas, so that's one.
Well, yeah, well, I know, like that's what I'm saying. Like they've won a couple games on the road against bad teams. Giants being one of them. Obviously, I think they beat Carolina in Carolina, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Hold on, let me think. They lost to Arizona.
Yeah, that was in Arizona.
Okay, so yeah, I'm trying to think. Who are they? Because the NFL thing's not showing the record part.
They lost to Philly Philly. And they lost to the 49ers in San Francisco.
Yeah, they're 9-3.
Okay, so that means that they're 6-0 at home. Okay, they're 6-0 at home, and 5-0, 5-0, 5-0 at home. Okay, yeah, well that means they're what 4-3 on the road, something like that. Basically, they don't play as well on the road as they do at home. You know what I mean? And I saw this graphic the other day, and I thought this was a good one. Okay, especially about defenses when they play defenses with teams above 500. Okay, this is what the defense has given up against teams who are above 500 teams. They're averaging 35 points a game, 373 yards a game. Okay. When they play teams below 500, the defense is averaging 12.8 points a game and 258 yards a game. Okay. Combine that with the fact that they don't play as well on the road as they do at home. What do you think's going to happen when you have this magical season and you're probably going to be a game or two short of getting the division, and now you're going to be the 5 seed, and everywhere you go, you're going to have to play on the road?
I mean, we've seen it in and out every year so far. Basically, like it's always a first round bounce for Dallas.
Yeah.
If it's not a first round bounce, they
first or a second round. They haven't won they haven't made the championship. I mean, if I can't remember them in my entire life making the championship. Maybe in my earlier years when I was like a kid back in the early 90s still.
The early 90s was the last time they was relevant.
Yeah, but my earliest memory of a Super Bowl is that Rams Titans Super Bowl. The Rams Titans is the first Super Bowl I really remember like vividly watching.
I feel that. The first one I ever watched was the first one between us.
What, 07?
Yeah, that's when I first started watching ball like that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I was watching football my entire life.
I remember watching it because it was Mardi Gras that year, and me and Derek had went to one of the parades, and we had one of those little small like hurricane TVs or whatever. So like while we was at the parade, we was trying to like tune it with the antenna and shit, but it was damn near impossible almost. But yeah, that's my earliest one.
Yeah, I remember we were living in Key West at the time, and my neighbor had one of those big screen TVs, not flat screen. People, you got to remember this is like before flat screens. This was just one of those big old TVs with a big box in the back of it. I mean, this motherfucker was huge. So they brought it outside to the backyard, and then we set up kind of like a Super Bowl party almost. We were watching the game, and I remember that game very vividly. I really do. I remember Isaac Bruce catching that touchdown pass and running running it for a touchdown, going up. Steve McNair getting away from a sack, throwing it downfield. I want to say it was Tyson he threw it to, if I'm not mistaken.
How old were you at that point? You
I
were
was
still
like
barely
6. I think I was like
okay.
6.
You probably didn't realize what was going on when dude got tackled at the 2-yard line, huh?
No, I knew. I knew the game was over with.
Okay.
No. I
Well,
mean,
you probably.
I was
Well,
asking.
I'm not saying necessarily like the game was over. You probably didn't understand. You may not understood like how big of an
No,
impact
yeah,
that
no, I
was.
didn't understand the gravity of it like I do now. You know what I
Right.
mean? Obviously,
Right.
but
Mike
but
Jones.
Mike John. But yeah, no. But like you said, I don't see this panning out for Dallas in a way that's going to be, a Super Bowl or even make it to the NFC Championship. They're probably going to lose within the first 2 weeks of the playoffs. And it's mainly because they can't lock up a number 1 seed. And when they did lock up a number 1 seed, if I'm not mistaken, they lost to Green Bay at
What year
home.
was that?
Remember that throw that Aaron Rodgers had to that tight end on the sideline? That real crazy tight
Oh,
sideline throw?
where he caught it and just went completely limp on the sideline.
Yeah. That game. That was in Dallas in the playoffs, and they lost. So I mean,
they played Detroit. Green Bay played Detroit the game after that.
I mean, if no, it wasn't Detroit. Trust me, because that was a divisional round.
Oh, that wasn't the Des Bryant catch.
No, that was that. I mean, they've lost to San Francisco. Like that was the year San Francisco went to the Super Bowl.
Okay. The Jimmy G overthrow year.
Mm-hmm. But all right, let's enough talk about Dallas. Enough Dallas is coming out of my mouth right now. All right, let's start up on these games, man. Week 13. Oh, week 13, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, week 13. No, week 14.
No, 13, I believe. Because you got to think bye weeks too.
Yeah, that's why I can't.
Hold on. NFL app said 13, I think.
Yeah, it's week 13. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
Okay. Week 13. Started off here. We got the Chargers going into New England to face the Patriots. Jared, the Chargers, 5.5-point favorites against y'all. Over under 39.5. I mean, who you like? Who you think's gonna win? Not who you like. Who you think's gonna win?
I do think the Chargers could cover the 6.
I've never heard so much Dallas stuff come out. Like I said, we got it. Unfortunately, they play the Thursday game, and they're still, as much as we don't think they'll win the Super Bowl, they're still a top tier team in the league. So we got to
they're
talk
somewhat
about
relevant right now.
Yeah,
but I think Chicago, not Chicago. I think the Chargers cover the 6.
You think they cover that 6?
Bruh, our pass defense is man. It's man.
Does Keenan Allen go crazy today?
I think he does. We don't have somebody that's gonna. I don't think he's gonna be able to, get locked up. To be real with you, because once you think about it, we don't have Gonzalez. We don't have a number 1 corner right now. Miles Bryant is fucking ass. Sean Wade might get put on him. I don't know if J.C. Jackson is playing. And then Jonathan Jones might actually end up covering him. That's who I could see end up covering him. 9 catches? I could see him getting 9 catches. Because, bro's just been on a roll.
Like 9 catches for like 130 yards and a touchdown?
Bro only has under 5 catches twice, I think, all year.
Jesus.
I want to look at. Hold on. I'm gonna go look again. But yeah,
he's getting a touchdown worth of points in fantasy just off his catches alone.
Yeah. So let's see.
In fact, I believe he's averaging about like 15 targets a game,
something like that. So look. So this is. So week 4, he had 3 catches on 5 targets.
Okay.
Week 7. He had 4 catches for 9 targets. Everything else, 6, 8, 18, 7, 8, 8, 11, 10, 14.
Did you say 18 catches in one game?
Yeah, that was week 3 against Minnesota.
I remember that game.
18 for 20, 215. And he was averaging about 12 yards a catch.
Oof. Yeah, that motherfucker there is good, bro.
And we called that
Uh,
shit. We were like, as long as he stayed healthy, bro, he could probably win this season for us.
yeah, I hope so because I know he was banged up coming into this week,
Yeah.
so it'd be interesting to see. Uh, I gotta go with you. I gotta go with the Chargers. Um, like you, I agree with the fact that I think they will cover, but I think this is a good test for this Patriots offense
Yeah. I mean,
because
it's a fresh start. Max not playing. Max not even. I don't think Max even active.
it's not even just that; it's the defense y'all are going up against. You
Well,
know,
yeah, that too, and I think it's gonna be raining too. So I think Stevenson and Zeke are gonna get a lot of carries,
yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they did.
and I wouldn't be
I
surprised.
want to see. I think this is the biggest test because the Chargers I think are like the 30th, 31st, or 32nd worst defense in the league. You know what
Yeah,
I mean? They're bottom
30.
three. They're bottom three. So how does your bottom five offense match up against the bottom three defense?
Run the fucking ball.
Yeah, you're gonna have to run the ball. You're gonna have to run the ball.
They'll give us one. Don't get me
Yeah,
wrong. They'll
and
give us one.
which is unfortunate though, to be honest with you, because you got Sebastian Joseph Day and Eric Kendricks at linebacker and Khalil Mack on the edge, and you got Joey Bosa on the other edge, and I don't know who's injured and who's not right now, but
Bosa.
yeah. So I mean, when you go up against a team like that with that much talent, especially on the front, you're thinking, oh, we probably should pass the ball, especially because now all you got back there is Asante Samuel Jr.
Mm-mm.
You know
Don't
what
do
I
that.
mean? But that's the problem. Exactly. That's the problem. Is how the Patriots offense is ran. I don't think that they're even going to be able to throw the ball against one of the worst defenses in the league at covering the pass.
I think what's gonna end up happening. I think Bill O'Brien's gonna end up running a lot of like run plays. He'll sprinkle in some play action passes, but other than that, I think it's gonna be a mostly run orientated offense.
I think so too. I hope Stevenson gets his number called a lot this game. I'm talking like 25 plus carries, you
100
know,
yards TD. That'd be
100
great.
yards TD. We need a good game from him this week, especially in fantasy. Um, So we'll see how it goes. Sorry your team sucks so bad, Jared.
You can't say shit either.
Lions at the Saints. Lions are a 4.5 point favorite. Over under in this game's 47. Oh, by the way, I like the under in the last game. Under 39.5. Lions at Saints. Lions, like I said, -4.5. Over under is 47. I like the Lions to win. I think they bounced back after that loss. They've had a long time off. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Since
Thanksgiving.
since Thanksgiving. So I wouldn't be surprised to see them come out and play better than what they played last time. And then on top of that, the Saints offense has been struggling. They haven't been all that great. So do they bench Carr, bring in Winston? They don't know what they're doing at quarterback right now.
We got boots on the ground at the Saints game.
We got boots on the ground at the Saints game. Who's at the Saints game, Jared?
Our boy Derek is at the game. He said Lions fans are taking over right now.
Oh my God! Look at that sea of blue. Holy shit! Yo, look at that sea of blue.
I sent that to him.
That's in Champion Square, bro.
Yeah, that's right outside the dome.
Damn.
I sent the show to him like, hey, I'm like, come on, we going on today. And he sends me this. He's like, Lions fans are taking over right now. I'm like, son, I'm using this. I'm using this picture.
Yo, that's crazy. Wow. That was a lot of blue, bro. That was a lot of blue.
And we're probably gonna hear it on the TV too.
Wow. Oh man. Send me after the show, send me that picture. I want to show somebody that. Yeah, so I like I said, I like the Lions. I probably like them to cover the spread too.
It's gonna be
I'd probably take the under 47. I think the Lions score, but I don't think the Saints offense can really get all that moving and off the ground and crazy. So looks like a bunch of blueberries. What?
You talking about the Lions fan?
like the girl from Willy Wonka. There's a whole bunch of big old plump blueberry bitches. But Jared, who you like in this one?
The Lions.
And Lions, you think they cover?
They gotta get 5. They gotta keep it within 5, right?
Yeah, they gotta win by 5.
They gotta win by 5.
Yeah, you must win at least by 5. That half a point always, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I get the half point thing because you always just round it up, but I don't know if they win by 5. I could see them. I could see.
You don't think they win by 5? I think they put up a solid 30 in this game, Jared.
No, that's fair.
Or like 27. I don't think the Saints score more than 14.
No, that's fair, but I mean, I don't think Detroit's defense is all that great. So I think they could keep it within 3 or 4.
Saints lose by 14. Yeah, it's not.
That's Brian.
Oh, what's up, Brian? Yeah, I don't see them. Like I said, I think 27-14. You know, is probably going to be the final score of this one. I think the Lions win handily. And it's not even going to be a question. The Saints, they're too discombobulated on the offense, especially when you don't have a quarterback that's working the way that it should be.
Do you think St. Brown's going to score with Lattimore covering him?
Well, they'll move him around. I don't think Lattimore is going to be on him all game because they like to put him in the slot as well. You know, and Lattimore is not really a slot corner. So
look, all I gotta say is they could take away St. Brown, give all the targets and yards to Laporta.
Well, I think that's going to be the biggest mismatch. Is Laporta, to be honest with you. I don't think there's a single guy on that team that can cover. Tyrann Mathieu, don't get me wrong, he's a good player. He's not that great in coverage, especially against a guy like Laporta who can get open, who's a big body, soft hands, and can destroy you as a matchup nightmare.
Yeah.
You know? So I like I said, I like the Lions, I like them to cover. And I like the under. I don't think the Saints score that much this game. All right. On to the next one. We got the Colts going into Tennessee to face the Titans. Colts on the road are a 1.5 point favorite. Over under in this game is 42.5. Jared, who you like?
I'm gonna go with Indy on this one. I could see Indy covering the 2 also.
Yeah, I could see that as well.
You got 2 average quarterbacks right now. We got one's a rookie, you got Uncle Rico as the other one. Defense, man.
Well, this is what I was about to say, Jared. I think that the Titans upset this game.
No, that's fair. We've actually picked a few like upsets on with Tennessee, I think, before.
Yeah, I think the Titans upset this game, and here's why. Derrick Henry.
I was about to say, do you think it's gonna have any effect with Shaq Lawson? Not Lawson. Was it Lawson or Leonard?
Shaq Leonard.
Just got a notification saying Zach Ertz could be signed within the next 48 hours.
Yeah, I heard he wants to go to a contender. So
yeah, it's saying, hold on.
He actually might go back to Philly, considering where they're at tight end wise. I could see him going back to Philly.
Yeah, it says Ertz could sign in the next 48 hours. Chiefs, Bills, Ravens, and Philly all have strong.
Ravens would be an interesting one after they lost Mark Andrews. Yeah. Ravens would be an interesting signing for Zach Ertz.
What's going on with my camera?
I think he'll sign more likely with Philly.
Hold on. I'll keep going.
I think he'll sign most likely more with Philly because of the simple fact that he's familiar with Philly. Oh, this man left completely. I'm all alone. There's no one here beside me. Sorry. Uh, uh, yeah, I like Tennessee in this game. Uh, I think Derrick Henry runs for probably about 4.5 yards a carry this game.
Yeah,
I think
I think them cutting that linebacker. I can't remember what his name was, but I think that because that was like they're mainly like their
you had it
tackler.
right the first time. That was Darius Leonard, Shaq Leonard.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah. Uh, I think Derrick Henry's going to have not so much a field day, but he's going to run the ball pretty well. I won't lie. I think he's going to run for probably 4.5 yards a carry or over and have at least one score. I think it's going to be a close one. It is going to be a close one.
Yeah, that's why I think they covered the 2.
And me personally, I would take the Titans outright in this game. Now over under 42.
I don't think they go over. I don't think they can go over that. Both offenses.
I don't think they go over.
Yeah, I was gonna say both offenses are kind of lackluster. I mean, really, your only main weapon.
Yeah, but the Tennessee defense hasn't really been all that crazy. I think having Mike Vrabel as your coach makes it better defensively.
And then no JT either.
Yeah, but Zach Moss has played well for the Colts. So
I still can't believe we got offered Zach Moss for our first round pick, bro.
That was crazy. I still don't understand that. Don't understand that.
You know, the same dude that offered us that he put in the group chat. He's like, yes, one of these playoff teams need to come get this league winner. I'm like, huh?
League winner.
I'm like, huh? I'm like, you do realize once JT comes back, that's his snap count right there.
Yeah.
Really offered us him for our first round pick. Fuck out of here.
All right, let's move on to the next game. We got the Atlanta Falcons going into New York to face the Jets. Falcons are a -1.5 point favorite on the road. Over under in this game, Jared, 33.5. Holy fuck. 33.5 over under. Oh my god.
I think I'm gonna go under on this one.
You think you're gonna go under?
I think I'm gonna go under in this one.
Yo, I don't see how you could go over. Both these offenses aren't that great. The Jets defense is good. The Falcons defense is pretty good. But Jared, I like the Jets at home.
I do. I do like the Jets winning this one.
I like the Jets at home. I don't really like the Falcons favored in this game. I think
the only way the Falcons win this game is if Young Hoku can kick them a 54-yard field goal to win the game.
I'm gonna be honest. If they don't get Bijan Robinson going in some form or fashion, there's not a single receiver. I'm sorry, Drake London does not scare me. Okay, Drake London does not scare me. All right, is he decent? He's decent. He's not a number one guy.
He doesn't really have a quarterback. That's what's really killing him and Kyle Pitts.
Well, that's what I was about to say. If they can get Kyle Pitts a good game, if he has a good game, I think that's where your main matchup should be. Your main matchup should be whoever is covering Kyle Pitts.
Yeah.
Okay. So he has to be the guy. Yeah, he has to be the guy to not only win his matchups, but he has to be in the game plan. He has to be the reason why y'all win this game. Because if he's not the reason, you're not gonna win this game unless your defense pulls off another fucking 92-yard interception return.
Bruh. But
which is very possible with Zach Wilson and that offense. But I like the Jets offense matchup against the Falcons defense better than I like the Falcons offense against the Jets defense. See what I'm saying?
And isn't Arthur Smith like known how to use his tight ends? Didn't he use his tight ends more in like what was it, Tennessee?
I mean, he did at one point.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So like, I don't know.
He did at one point. I don't know why he does. He just they drafted Kyle Pitts and he was like, "Fuck, I need him for."
Then I'm gonna go draft.
Well, they did the same thing to Bijan Robinson in the middle of the season. Oh, we drafted the best running back prospect that we've seen since probably Saquon. Let's not even use him. What?
Yeah.
It's just unbelievable. Unbelievable. So, I mean, we'll see how this goes, but I like the Jets. And like Jared, I like the under. I think like you could probably go under 28 in this game. I'm not gonna lie. I expect a 13-10 game, 13-7 game. It's not gonna be pretty. I think
No,
the
it's
Jets
not.
score 1 touchdown and 2 field goals, and the Falcons end up getting a touchdown, and I think that's about it. They might get lucky and get in field goal range again off of a Zach Wilson turnover, but it's either going to be 13-10 or 13-7. That's going to
Was
be
that
the
is, I
score.
don't, is Zach's not playing?
Oh, well, then what's his fucking name? Boyle? Mike Boyle. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah. And the Jets offensive line is absolutely dog shit terrible. So
Yeah.
there's, you know,
Seen a
I don't
notification
see it.
today saying Aaron Rodgers isn't coming back this year.
He's not. And he doesn't need to.
You
The
don't
team's not in
say.
playoff contention. I don't care what their record or all this. Well, if you had a magic, erase board and all types of shit, and you had to list off, a 13-step program in order for the Jets to make it the last spot in the playoffs. Like, no, you don't need to deal with that, bro. Let him get fully healthy, okay? Let him get another training camp under his belt with this squad and come back next year and try again, okay?
I
Like,
seen a picture earlier, and it was like the Madden rosters for the Jets, and it said Aaron Rodgers retired after his first year, and look what the Jets did, and it was fucking Sam Darnold again.
oh my God. Yeah. No, let's not do that. Let's not do that. I don't need to see another Sam Darnold experience in New York. I don't need to see it. All right, Jared. We got the Cardinals.
You good?
Yeah. We have the Cardinals going into Pittsburgh to face the Steelers today. Steelers are actually a 6.5 point favorite, Jared. 6.5 points.
Interesting.
Over under in this game's 41. Don't know why. I ain't gonna lie. I would take the Cardinals plus 6.5. I think the Steelers win this game. I do think the Steelers win this game, but I think the Cardinals cover that 6.5 spread. I think that's too much.
Yeah, I mean, Kyler Murray back now. They'll definitely cover it.
Now over under 41, I'd probably still say under. Because the Steelers defense is good. I don't see the Cardinals scoring that, but the Steelers offense is just so bad. I don't see how they score, a whole bunch of points like this. I get it. Matt Canada's fired and gone, but his presence is still on this fucking team.
Yep.
So obviously Steelers are going to try to establish the run. The Cardinals need to load up the box. Now you don't really have corners that can cover all that well, but you got to stop the run first and foremost and force Kenny Pickett to throw the ball.
He's not going to throw a touchdown.
Yeah. Because we've seen Deontay Johnson, he's taking plays off, just standing there for some reason.
Watching the fumbles go by.
Yeah, George Pickens hasn't really been, the guy this year. I'm kind of glad I had opportunities to draft him and I passed him up, thankfully, this year. And I thought Kenny Pickett would be better than what he has been, but he just hasn't. He hasn't been. So I don't understand.
Last week.
Yeah, unless they're thinking that the Cardinals are just going to turn the ball over on short fields all the time, a lot, because of the Steelers defense. Maybe that's the only way that they cover this 6, but it's not going to be because of the Steelers offense. I can tell you that right now. But Jared, who you like in this one?
We'll go with Pittsburgh on this one.
You can go Pittsburgh?
Yeah. I think the run game's could, really help. I think Warren and Najee actually have like at least a combined of like 100 yards.
I mean, they'll definitely combine for 100.
Yeah, if not, one of them will go over 100 because I mean the run game for Arizona is not all that great.
Well, James Conner's back.
I'm talking about the defense.
Oh, defensive run game. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's move it on, sir. We got the Dolphins going into Washington to face the Commanders. Dolphins are a 9.5-point favorite. Over in this one, Jared, 49.5.
I go over.
I actually like the over in this one also. I like the over in this one. I think the Dolphins and the Commanders have a shootout. I think both of these defenses are terrible.
I got Sam Howell in for Josh Allen on a bye week.
I put Geno in for Josh Allen. So that worked out big time.
Yeah, I think it'll work out because Sam Howell is just it's like almost guaranteed dude's gonna throw for like almost 300 yards.
Yeah. So hopefully he doesn't throw no picks.
Yeah, that's all really worried about with Xavier Howard and Ramsey.
I'll be honest. I think Washington covers this 9.5 though.
No, I mean that's fair.
I do think Washington covers this 9.5. I don't think they win this game, but can they stay under double digit loss? I believe so. I don't see why they can't. Their offense is more than capable. Their defense isn't god awful, but it hasn't been great. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the loss of Chase Young and Montez Sweat, I thought was huge. So you don't have as much of a pass rush right now. But I still think that doesn't mean that they can't stay within 10 points. Not 9 or less. 9 or less. That's all they need. 9 or less. That's a touchdown, no extra point in a field goal, or 3 field goals. That could be as much as 3 possessions if you play at night. Right.
Yeah.
So I do like the over though. I do like the over. And that's where I'm kind of I think this is gonna be a shootout. I think somewhere along the lines of like 35 to 32, 28, 35, 28,
That's fair.
Something like that.
That's fair. I mean, people are about to start doubling Tyreek pretty soon because he's almost at 200. I mean, 2,000.
Well, it's not even just that. This Miami defense isn't that good.
And then they lost Jalen Phillips too.
Exactly, they lost Jalen Phillips. That's huge for them up front. Now you still got Jalen Ramsey, who's back. You still got what's that dude's name? The other guy on the D line. Wilkinson.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, Christian Wilkinson.
Christian Wilkinson. Yeah. So you still got those 2 guys, but outside of them 2, I'm not huge on the talent that they have there. But I do like them to win this game. I think they win. Like I said, somewhere along the lines of like maybe like I'm gonna predict a final score of 27-32 Miami. I think it's going to be that close, 27-32, or 27-35. They might not hold Miami to a field goal with the way that their offense is, but I do think it's going to be a good game. It'll be a better game than what people give it credit for.
I think so.
Now, Jared, I'm about to come up on the game that I think is probably a lot of people aren't going to like this. I'm talking about outside of the Philly and 49ers game. This is probably the best game on paper. And people are going to be like, what? This game's going to be the best game on paper? This game right here is the best game on paper. Broncos at the Texans in Houston. Texans are a 3-point favorite. Over under in this game is 47.5.
I mean, Houston's putting up points.
Yeah, with the way that the Broncos defense has played really well over these last 7 weeks. Broncos defense has played really well. Russell Wilson, they haven't asked him to win games for them. They've just asked him to don't turn the ball over.
Yeah, don't fuck it up.
That's how they've played. They haven't made mistakes. They haven't turned the ball over. The defense has created turnovers and caused short fields. So it's easier to score. It's easier to put points on the board when you're starting at your own 40 or your opponent's 40, 45 yard. Like you're in that midfield section from 40 to 40, and you're having short fields. So I, I think it's going to be a quick. I think this is right here, and a lot of people might disagree, but I think right here is the biggest test for CJ Stroud.
I think so too. And I
Going up
mean,
against. Well, go
they
ahead. Go
don't.
ahead. What were you saying?
I'm saying they don't play San Francisco this year. I don't think
No,
because if they
no, they
did,
don't play one of these like elite defensive teams, outside of the Broncos.
oh yeah, I was gonna say because if they play Philly or San Francisco, it might be that could be a good one right there because of defense. But yeah, this would probably be their best CJ Stroud's best test. Rookie
Yeah.
quarterback, rookie
And I'll
quarterback
be
against Sean
honest.
Payton.
I'll be honest, Jared. I think they come through. I think
Oh,
they
that's fair.
covered. I think they covered that 3 as well. I think they win by 4, Jared. I think they win by 4. I think they win 21-17.
Okay.
Okay. Either that or 24-20. You know, 24-20 sounds better. So we'll go with that. That's going to be my prediction score for them. I think that the score for this Broncos Texans game will be 24-20. Texans come out on top. So I like the under, and I like them to cover that 3.
That's fair.
Who you like in this one?
I like Houston.
You like Houston in this one?
I like what Stroud's doing right now, and they're just continuing to prove everybody wrong this year because nobody
Yeah.
expected them to be where they are right now.
Yeah. No, I mean, I didn't. I didn't expect them to be this good this early. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, I was high on CJ Stroud coming out the draft. I told you he should have went number 1. We talked about it during the draft. I said, man, they're gonna pick Bryce Young, but I don't think that's the right pick. They should have went Stroud, and it's turned out to be that way. But I get it. The stigma behind, Ohio State quarterbacks. It's hard to judge. It's more hard to judge when you're at a college where you have 5-star recruits everywhere around you, NFL talent everywhere around you. But then you get to the NFL and you're on the worst team in the league, and all of a sudden it's like, well, who do I throw the ball to?
Yeah.
And that's what Bryce Young's dealing with right now. CJ Stroud, they've gave him a little bit of help. Nico Collins, Tank Dell, Noah Brown. Now they aren't, these aren't receivers you write home about, but CJ Stroud is making them look like they should write home about it. You see what I'm saying? Like, so it'll be interesting to see. I think it's going to be a great game, but like we talked about, I like the Texans in this one, and I like the under. All right, got a few more games here. All right, we got the Panthers going in. Hold on real quick. We got the Panthers going into Tampa Bay to face the Bucks. Jared, the Bucks are a 3.5-point favorite. Over under in this one's 36.5. That is a low over under. Jared, who do you like in this one? And then, well, actually, I'll wait until next game. I'll wait until next game to do what I want.
I was about to say I
Go
like
ahead.
Tampa in this game.
You like Tampa in this game?
Yeah.
I like Tampa as well, but I'm actually going to go against you. I think this is actually going to be a good game from Bryce Young. The Bucks are banged up defensively. They have some injuries, especially on the back end. I think that this is the test where Bryce Young has to step up and win a game. He has to. Jonathan Mingo has to step up for Bryce Young.
Thielen.
Well, Thielen's been actually pretty solid. He hasn't been crazy great, but he's been pretty solid this year.
Yeah.
That defense for Carolina really isn't all that bad. I said the exact same thing, Fantasy. I like the Panthers in this one. And I know a lot of people don't see that, but Jared, let me ask you this: what are they playing for?
Who, Carolina?
Yeah, they don't have their first round pick.
They don't have a first round at all?
No, they traded it last year to get Bryce Young. So they don't have a first round pick. Their first round pick goes to the Bears. So they're not playing to tank. They're playing to win football games.
Yeah, and to be real, I mean, the more they win, the more honestly, the more they win, the lower the Bears fall.
Exactly. So So I don't. They're not a team that's playing to tank. They're going up against a team that's banged up defensively. Uh, and I don't see a reason why this one can't be a win for the Panthers. Uh, Now I don't know how Baker Mayfield's going to do, against that Panthers defense. Mike Evans and Chris Godwin are still there, so it's still tough to deal with offensively. But I think offensively for the Panthers going up against that Bucks defense, it's going to look a little bit better. So I like the Panthers to cover and win outright. And Jared, I like the over. I think this is going to be a decent scoring game. I think the Panthers score about 24 points, and I think the Bucks score about 20.
Interesting.
But I'll go a little bit lower.
For what?
I'll go
The over under
21-17. Still over 21-17. That makes it 38. So
that's fair. I still think Tampa's defense might just give Bryce Young a little more issues than
No, you're going up against a guy. Todd Bowles is their head coach right now, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
The defensive guy. Going up against a rookie QB, so they're going to send pressure. They're going to try to get up in his grill. So, it'll be interesting to see, but I think it'll be a little bit better for the Panthers this week because of the injuries on the defensive side of the ball. But well, all right. Let's moving on to the game of the week. We have the 49ers going into Philly to face the Eagles. Jared, on the road in Philly going up against a 10-1 team, the 49ers are a 3-point favorite. What?
Where did they play last year? When Brock Purdy got knocked out. It was in San Francisco?
No.
It was in Philly?
If I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure that the Eagles were in the number 1 seed last year in the NFC.
I don't remember.
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure it was in Philly. If I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure it was in Philly.
Well, if they're going back to Philly, then goddamn, it'll be interesting for Brock Purdy all over again.
I'm gonna give you my spiel real quick. Because it is 10 minutes to game time.
They put Alabama over Florida.
They put Alabama over Florida State?
Texas is third.
I'm guessing the top the top 4 came out?
Yeah.
So Alabama, Ohio State, Texas. Who's 4?
No, it wasn't Ohio State. It goes Michigan, Washington, Texas, Alabama. Wow. I can't believe that. I can't believe that.
They just brought it up on the pregame show. Michigan, Washington, Texas, and Alabama.
Well, I knew it was going to be, the first 3. I can't believe they put Alabama at 4. I cannot believe that. Wow. You know what, bro? You know what that means? The Florida State went undefeated and won their conference championship, and they still put Alabama over them.
They was talking about all that yesterday. They were saying there's a chance the SEC may not be in the top 4 this year.
The committee, they'll never do that. And that was one thing I was talking about my dad about. I was asking, I was telling him, I was like, the committee just loves their SEC. So to sit here and act like they weren't going to put one of them in, I don't even know why I'm surprised. But now this is the first time in the college football playoff that a Power 5 school, not UCF, okay, a Power 5 school has went undefeated and won their conference championship, and they put a 1-loss team in over them. Wow.
Wild.
I am legitly shocked, bro. I am legitly shocked right now. Wow. That is absolutely insane. Oh my God. Um, anyway, we'll talk a little bit more about that on the next show. But anyway, Jared, let me give you my spiel real quick. They got about 9 minutes till game time, so I want to try to get some bets in beforehand.
No, for sure.
Uh, um,
Fantasy
you
drop
got
yours too if you got any.
uh, you got the 49ers at the Eagles. 49ers are at 3. I like the 49ers in this game to win. I think the Eagles are due for a loss. I don't think they can keep getting outperformed in the games and
Like
still
you talked
expect to
about.
win.
Right.
Yeah. I think this is going to be one of those games. I do like the over. I think 47.5 is a little low. I do like the over, but I like the Eagles. That's understandable. They keep finding ways to win games. So
Yeah.
picking them, I just think the 49ers get especially after what happened in the playoffs last year. I think they're going to have that on their mind. So I like the Eagle. I mean, I like the 49ers here over the Eagles, and I like the over 47.5. So go ahead, Jared. Give it a little spiel real quick while I do this.
Well, we got a debate. What championship rematch from last
Yeah,
year?
championship rematch. Yep.
Yep. And then so I mean, as long as Brock Purdy don't get knocked out the game, we might have a better game than last year because last year's game was just bullshit. I mean, Purdy got knocked out. Josh Allen got not Josh Allen. Josh Johnson got knocked out. And then Purdy came back, and then he couldn't throw the ball, and then they had to put CMC at quarterback. It was just a disaster for the 49ers. And then, so now we shall see.
Yeah, I
Purdy is
mean,
trash.
he stayed on Purdy, bro. Like
Mm-hmm.
he's not that bad.
Every now and then I'll see him going back and forth in the group chat on Twitter. It's funny. But we'll see if Debo can back up his play talk and everything. Because he's whining about last year, this, that, and the fourth. So we shall see how the O line holds up against with that pass rush again.
All right, let's look at these here real quick. Let's look at some stuff that I want to go with. I like Detroit -4 here.
Do you have your tablet by you?
No, I got to do it on my phone because the tablet is dead.
Oh, okay.
I thought it was
Okay.
charged. I never went and got the
I'm
charger.
gonna go do some too.
I like
going.
Washington +9.5.
What did I have? So I got Keenan Allen over 8.5 receptions. Ramondre over 3.5 receptions and an anytime score. That's what I was looking at earlier. You got any boost today? Yep. So what are you doing today for it? That wasn't called for.
I do picks. So that's what I do mostly. That's what I enjoy mostly.
Fair enough.
And then I'm gonna go Chargers -4.5 here. Let's go one more leg here. The early games. I'm gonna go over in this Washington game.
No, that's fair.
All right, I had to put those in real quick.
Yeah, it's all good. I'm about to do one right now.
All right, I'm back.
Let's see. Where was the Stevenson thing at that I
Let me
had?
see. Let me see what fantasy said here. His advanced stats are horrible. To the versus. So what? That means there's been what 500 run after the catch yards.
Excuse me. What?
Now, when you say bad weather in this KC game, like what do you mean bad weather? Because Mahomes loves to play in the snow, apparently. And because if it's snow, then I don't consider that bad weather. If it's raining and it's cold, but it's not snow, then yeah, that's bad weather. I hate weather like that. Oh, it's sleet. Yeah, that's a little bit different. Sleet is still different from snow. It's gonna make that field slicker. You're gonna make the ball slicker. Pause. Uh, uh, hey, bruh. Hey, fantasy man. You know I fuck with you, right? I fuck with you. I do. But we're gonna stop this Purdy talk, bruh. We're gonna stop this Purdy is trash talk. Okay. If you don't want to say he's not elite, I completely agree with you. He's not elite. If you want to say that he's not even a great quarterback, by all means, say he's not a great quarterback. But don't come out here and say that he sucks, bro. That is absolutely ridiculous. Okay? The man doesn't suck. Now is he a top 10 in the league as far as talent? I don't believe so. But I do agree that he's in that 12 to 15, 11 to 15 range. That's not a bad place to be. I don't think he's a bottom 20 quarterback. I don't believe that.
That's
Outside top 20 talent, I don't even agree with that. Outside of top 20, so that means like who are you putting? Are you putting Jordan Love over him? Are you putting guys like Desmond Ritter or Taylor Heineke? Zach Wilson? No. I'm trying to think of all the starters. I wouldn't even put him. Maybe Russ. I might put Russ over him right now, only because of the way Russ is playing. But if you look at Brock Purdy's stats, are better than Russ's stats, and they've won more games. So I don't understand where outside the top 20. I don't know if I agree with that. Like I said, I think he's somewhere in between that 11 to 15 range. I think he's better than Daniel Jones. He isn't a QB. He's an athlete that can play the QB position. What? Yo, I ain't never heard that before in my life. That's close to Lamar's more of a running back argument to me.
All right, so I got my little parlay. I got a 6-leg parlay.
This man said I got a little parlay and then said he's got a 6-leg parlay. I did a 4-leg,
No.
bro. Why are you going above and beyond?
I said one, motherfucker.
RG3 was the same. Yo, RG3 rookie season, he was crazy. Did you not see what he did against the Saints in the first week? This man was throwing bombs. Oh man. Yeah, this man saying some Terry, this man saying some crazy shit right now. This man said RG3 was a quarterback, an athlete that could play the quarter. This man RG3 used to throw dots, used to throw bombs. What? Yo. Oh my God. I cannot believe this guy. An athlete that can play QB is Julian Edelman. That's an athlete that can play QB. If you're in the NFL, you're in the NFL for a reason. Please do, because I need to see this. I need to see this.
I'll send it to you when he sends it to me.
I gotta break that down.
But
all right, let's do these last 3 games. Get off of here. I gotta get some food and stuff. I'm starting to get hungry. All right, we get the Browns going into Los Angeles to face the Rams. Rams are only a 3.5-point favorite. Over under 40.5. Jared, the Browns are starting Joe Flacco today. I thought that was a crazy. I thought that was a crazy interesting move by them. But they're fighting for a playoff spot. So it's understandable. I like the Rams in this one also. I think Cooper, don't get me wrong, that defense is good. Top 2 in the league, definitely. The Browns are. But, man, when Matt Stafford and Cooper Kupp are on the same field and playing with a healthy team, that offense is very hard to stop.
Yeah.
Because they're so worried about Cooper Kupp, Tutu Atwell, Puka Nacua. They're so worried. And Kyron Williams ate last week. Like 130 yards almost. I mean, the man went crazy.
I think first game back.
Yeah. So I won't be surprised if the Rams win this one. Now, do they cover? That's a different story. I think Joe Flacco will struggle, his first game back. I mean, the man hasn't played football in how long? I think it's been a year at least. Yeah. Well, he was with them. He was with the Jets last year. And I know he got a couple games in with the Jets last year. But outside of that, he hasn't really, played like he hasn't really started like games this late in the season. So, fighting for a playoff spot with the Browns. So I gotta agree with him. I gotta agree with y'all there. I like the Rams. I like the Rams to cover. I do like the under in this one. I do like the under 40.5. Oh, in that Eagles game, I like the over. I like over 47. I think it's going to be a lot more scoring than what people think. But yeah, who you like in this one, Jared?
I think we'll go with the Rams on this one. I think with Flacco coming back after like so long, it just takes some time to get his feet under him. He may not even start next week either.
Gotcha. Well, speaking of that sleep game, we got the Chiefs going into Green Bay to face the Packers. Chiefs are a minus a 6-point favorite. Over under this game is 42.5. Jared, I like the Chiefs here. I like them to cover the 6, and with the bad weather, I do expect them to go under. I don't think the Packers look good in this game at all. They looked good the last couple weeks, and they've had a lot of time off. I will say that.
Yeah.
They haven't played since Thanksgiving either. So, but I think that the Chiefs defense is going to be too much for them, along with coupled with bad weather. They are at home, but the Chiefs are. If the Chiefs can catch the ball, they'll have no problem.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah, they'll have no problem. If the Chiefs can catch the ball, they'll have no problem.
I mean, I need them to run the ball too. I got Pacheco in one of my leagues.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I mean, I don't see it going all too crazy for them, but I like the under, and I like the Chiefs to cover. So, all right, last game. We got the Bengals going into Jacksonville Monday Night Football. The Jags are a 9.5-point favorite, Jared, at home against a team that doesn't have that has a backup quarterback. Over under is 39. Jared, who do you like? And if you like the Jags, do the Bengals cover?
I do like the Jags.
Pittsburgh is already in the red zone.
Hey. What did I say?
What were you saying though? Go ahead.
I do like the Jags, and then the Bengals with Jake Browning. I don't know if they cover the 10.
You don't think they cover the 10?
Yeah, I don't think they can cover the 10.
Hold on. You talking about you think the Jags win by more than 10, or you think they win by less than 10?
I think they probably win West by 10.
Let
Less than 10.
Less than 10. So
Yeah.
if they go east, it'll be more than 10.
Yeah, they gotta take I West. I West.
Yeah. So you think the Jags cover that 9.5? You think they win by at least 10?
Yeah.
I gotta agree with you. I like the over as well. I think the Jags kind of explode on offense. I teased that game in case of a backdoor cover by the Bengals. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. I don't know if they'll necessarily cover the 10, but I do think they might go over. I do think they go over 39. I like the over 39 more than I like them plus 9.5, which is weird. I know. I just think that this Jaguars offense is going to explode. I really do.
Yeah.
And then the Bengals will probably score some late touchdowns. But I think this is going to be a bad game for Monday Night Football.
At least it wasn't a Thursday night game.
Hey, I got to give credit there. That last Thursday night game between Dallas and Seattle was a good game. So
yeah, one of very few.
1 in a million. Yeah, I know. 1 in a million. Trust me, I get it. But all right. Well, I'm about to get off of here, man. I'm hungry and I want to go watch the games.
Yeah.
Thank y'all, everybody who joined up. I know it was in our normal time, but I worked late Friday and Saturday, so we couldn't get a show in. We'll have some more content up this week. We'll talk a little bit more about the Sharps app. I used it. I'm going to use it today and see how it goes and probably give a little video on it and stuff like that. For those who don't know, we got a partnership with Sharps sports betting app. It's kind of like a Facebook, Instagram type deal of sports betting. I had the sheet I wanted to write. I'm gonna speak on it more this week. I'm gonna make some videos and stuff on it and some content, and we're gonna get cracking. But I gotta get off of here right now. So
For sure.
thank you everybody who showed up, and we'll see y'all on Tuesday.
All right.
Yo, you there still?